Most people think poor people stay poor because they do not earn enough money. They are wrong. This is not an income problem. This is a physics problem. You are not stuck because you are broke. You are stuck because of something far more dangerous, something invisible, something engineered. I call this the consumption trap. It is not about what you earn. It is about what you buy. And more importantly, when you buy it, most of you are not losing money, you are losing velocity. Money follows laws, just like gravity. You cannot negotiate with gravity. You cannot outwork gravity. You either understand it or it pulls you down, and right now, it is pulling most people down. You wake up, you work hard, you get paid, and then something happens. The money disappears. Not because you are careless, but because the system is designed to turn you into a consumer first. And an owner never. It is a trap, it is a loop, it is a system, and the most dangerous part. It feels normal, today. I am going to show you 8 things poor people buy that quietly keep them poor, not because they are stupid, but because they were never taught the rules of the game. We will break down the system behind it, the biology driving it, the math proving it, and the psychology trapping you. Then I will show you the exact moment everything changes, the point where you escape gravity, the point where money starts working for you instead of against you. And finally, I will give you a simple blueprint, not theory, not motivation, but something you can actually use. Because once you see this, you cannot unsee it. Most people believe the market rewards hard work. They are wrong. The market rewards behavior, and the system is designed to shape your behavior from the day you are born. You go to school, they teach you how to earn. They never teach you how to keep. They never teach you how to multiply. That is not an accident. That is design. You are not stupid. The system is, look at the structure. You earn income. It gets taxed first, then you spend what is left, and every time you spend, you get taxed again. But investors? They buy assets first, they get paid second, and often, they get taxed last. This is not fairness. This is financial gravity. Money flows to assets and away from consumers. I learned this early, not from a textbook, but from observing patterns. As my partner Charlie Munger once said, show me the incentive, and I will show you the outcome. The incentive of this system is clear: keep you consuming, keep you upgrading, keep you chasing the next thing, because a consuming population is predictable, it is controllable, it is profitable. I call this the golden cage system. You feel free, but every decision pulls you deeper inside. You get a raise. You upgrade your lifestyle, you feel successful, but your expenses grow faster than your income. That is not progress, that is motion without movement, like a hamster wheel, or better yet, like a rocket that never leaves the ground. You burn fuel, you make noise, but you never reach escape velocity. And here is the uncomfortable truth: the system does not need you to fail, it only needs you to stay busy. Busy spending, busy upgrading, busy staying exactly where you are, because once you understand how the system works, you stop playing by its rules. But before you can escape, you need to understand something deeper. This is not just economic, it is biological. Most people think they overspend because they lack discipline. They are wrong. This is not a discipline problem. This is a dopamine problem. Your brain is not designed for wealth. It is designed for survival, and in the modern world, that wiring is being used against you every time you buy something new. Your brain releases dopamine, a small hit of pleasure, a small signal that says, this is good. Do it again. I call this the dopamine debt loop. It feels harmless, but it is not, because dopamine does not care about your future. It only cares about your next hit. Think about your own life. You get paid, you feel relief, then your brain whispers, just buy it. You worked hard. You deserve it. That voice sounds like you, but it is not you. It is biology. Now add stress to the equation. Your boss demands overtime. Your car breaks down. An unexpected bill hits your account. Your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. And here is what cortisol does: it lowers your long-term thinking, it shrinks your decision-making window, it pushes you toward instant relief. So what do most people do? They spend, not because they are stupid, but because their brain is trying to escape pressure. There was a famous study from Princeton. It showed that financial stress can reduce your effective IQ by up to 13 points. Think about that. You are not making bad decisions. You are making decisions with a reduced capacity. You are not weak. You are under attack. It is a loop. It is chemical. It is predictable. Spend, feel better, regret, stress, spend again. That is the cycle. And the system knows it. Advertisements are not selling products. They are selling emotional relief. They are engineered to trigger your dopamine, to hijack your attention, to lower your resistance. So when you buy something you did not plan, that is not random, that is designed behavior. But here is where it gets dangerous: when biology meets money. Math takes over, and the math does not forgive. Most people think small purchases do not matter. They are wrong. This is not about spending. This is about compounding direction. Let me show you two people, same income, same starting point. Person A follows the consumption trap. Person B understands velocity. Person A spends an extra $500 every month on upgrades, on comfort, on things that feel small. Person B invests that same $500 every month at a modest 10% return. Now watch what happens after 1 year. The difference is small after 3 years. It starts to show after 10 years. It becomes massive after 20 years. Person A has spent $120,000 and has nothing left. Person B, they have over $380,000. Same effort, same income, one decision. This is not luck. This is math. I call this the silent compound gap. It does not scream. It does not warn you. It grows quietly, and here is the brutal truth. Compounding works in both directions. Debt compounds, bad habits compound, delayed investing compounds. Against you, most people live in a linear world. They think, I earn more, I save more, but wealth is not linear. It is exponential, and exponential systems punish delay. Every year you wait, you are not just losing money, you are losing time leverage. That is why two people can work equally hard and end up in completely different worlds. One escapes gravity, the other stays trapped, but this is only half the story. Because even when people understand the math, they still do not change. Why? Because the real trap is not financial, it is psychological. Most people think poor financial decisions come from lack of intelligence. They are wrong. Some of the smartest people I know are financially trapped. This is not about intelligence. This is about identity. I call this the earn and reward illusion from a young age. You are trained to believe one thing: work hard, then reward yourself, finish the task, get the paycheck, celebrate with consumption. It sounds harmless, it feels deserved, but it creates a dangerous pattern. Your brain starts linking effort to spending, not to investing, not to ownership, but to reward through consumption. Now listen carefully. Your brain says, just buy it. You worked hard. You deserve it. It's only $200. It won't matter. I'll start saving next month. That voice feels logical, it feels earned, but it is a script, a loop running in the background, and here is the problem. Every time you follow that script, you reinforce the identity of a consumer, not an owner, and identity is powerful, because once you see yourself as a consumer, you act like one, even when you know better. This is why high-income earners stay broke. They upgrade their lifestyle faster than they upgrade their mindset. I have seen people making $5,000 a month feel poor, and people making $1,500 a month build wealth. The difference is not income, it is identity. This is not a spending habit, this is a self-image trap. Now let me challenge you. Do you believe you are worthy of owning assets? Or do you believe your role is to consume what others create? Because most people never ask this question. They stay in the loop, earn, spend, repeat. It is comfortable, it is familiar. It is invisible, but it is also fragile, because the moment income stops, the entire system collapses. No moat, no protection, no freedom, and that is the real danger. But there is a moment, a single shift, where everything changes. Most people think escaping the trap requires a massive change. They are wrong. It does not take a revolution. It takes a line, a single line. I call this the escape velocity line. On one side of the line, you are a consumer. On the other side, you are an owner. And the difference is not your income, it is your priority. Here is the moment everything changes. The day you decide that buying assets comes before buying comfort, not after, not if there is money left, first, because once you cross this line, everything is different. Your money stops disappearing, it starts building. It starts stacking, it starts compounding, like a snowball at the top of a hill. At first, it barely moves, it feels slow, it feels pointless, but then something happens. It gains mass, it gains speed, it gains velocity, and suddenly, the same effort produces a different result. That is escape velocity, the point where your investments begin to generate enough return to support themselves, and eventually, to support you. Most people never reach this point, not because it is impossible, but because they quit too early. They look at the small beginning, and they underestimate the exponential future. Let me be clear. The first $1,000 you invest is the hardest. The first $10,000 still feels slow, but somewhere along the way, the system flips. Money starts working harder than you. And that is the turning point. This is not luck. This is physics. Once you cross that line, gravity no longer pulls you down, it starts pushing you forward. Now the question becomes, how do you get there? Most people think they need more income to escape. They are wrong. You do not need to quit your job. You need to quit the consumption first mindset. Let me give you a simple blueprint. 3 steps. Clear, practical, powerful. Step 1. The pay yourself first protocol before you spend a single dollar. You invest. Simple rule. At least 20% of your income goes into assets every month. No excuses. Why? Because this flips the system. You stop being the last person paid and become the first. This is how you cross the escape velocity line. Step 2. The 72-hour filter. I call this the dopamine delay filter. Any non-essential purchase. You wait 72 hours, no exceptions, if you still want it after 3 days. Then decide, but most of the time, the urge disappears. Why? Because you break the dopamine loop. You shift from emotional spending to intentional decision. This alone will save you thousands. Step 3. The asset accumulation machine. Automation is your weapon. Set up automatic investments, index funds, simple businesses, anything that produces cash flow. Do not rely on willpower. Build a system. Why? Because systems beat emotions every single time. Now listen carefully. If you follow these 3 steps, you will build momentum, but if you ignore them, you stay trapped. So let me give you a death list. 3 things you must never do. Never upgrade your lifestyle before your assets. That is the fastest way back into the cage. Never buy liabilities to impress people. Most people you are trying to impress are also trapped. Never delay investing waiting for the perfect moment. Time is the only asset you cannot recover. This is not complicated. It is simple, but it is not easy, because you are not just changing actions, you are changing identity from consumer to owner, from reactive to intentional, from trapped to free. And once you start seeing results, everything changes. Imagine yourself 10 years from now, not older, not tired, but free. You wake up, and your time belongs to you, not to a boss, not to bills, not to pressure. Your investments are working quietly in the background. Your money has soldiers now. They go out and bring more back. That life is not a dream. It is a result, but it depends on the decisions you make today. Let me remind you what we uncovered in Section 1. We exposed the consumption trap, not an income problem, a physics problem. In Section 2, we revealed the golden cage system, designed to keep you consuming, not owning. In Section 3, we broke down the dopamine debt loop, your biology working against your future. In Section 4, we proved the silent compound gap, small decisions creating massive outcomes. In Section 5, we challenged the earn and reward illusion, an identity trap, not a money problem. In Section 6, we showed you the escape velocity line, the moment everything changes. In Section 7, we gave you the blueprint, simple steps, real action, no excuses. Now it comes down to one question. Who are you? A consumer or an owner? Because the world does not change when you earn more. It changes when you think differently. As Einstein once said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, but he left something out. It only works if you participate. You do not need perfection. You need direction. You do not need more time. You need a decision, because the system will not save you, but you can save yourself. The door to the cage is open. It has always been open. That is all. Thanks for watching.